friends. I hope that you're all doing well. I just popped in quick, or I should say I am popping in quick, to give you an update of where I'm at with my eating. My weight, basically, there's no need for me to put the chart in for last week's weigh-in because it's the same basically. It went almost back to 137, and now this morning it was back to 138.2 because I do weigh every day. So I'm just going to tell you honestly, I'm just saying at this point it's stable at that weight because it's definitely probably 137, which is fine at this point in the game. And I'm just going to continue working it until I get back to the weight that I want to be. How long that's going to take, I have no clue. How I'm going to get there, I have no clue. Basically, have no clue. But I'm going to keep trying. So, my eating over the weekend, it was a very stressful last week for me. And I'm going to spare you the details, but I am going to let you know. If you don't know, if you're new to my channel or fairly new, I am a stress eater. I will eat at night. I will even get up in the night and eat if I'm very highly stressed. And the last 5 days, probably since the last video that I actually made to tell you when I said what's new, is when the stress really ramped up. So, no excuse to be made, but this is me. You know, can I try to change me? You bet. But this is an ongoing issue that I've had for quite a while now, and sometimes life is going to be more stressful. So you roll with it and you keep on going. What else can I say to you? You know, that's all we can do. If we don't give up, we will succeed. But if we do get up, we won't give up, we won't succeed. That's how I view it. So, anyway, today's day of eating, my first 2 meals of the day and my snack were plant-based. I was very satisfied with my meal. I'll let you know that my breakfast was 4 Weight Watchers points and 463 some odd calories. My lunch was 7 Weight Watchers points and I believe 505 calories. I am going to put it up probably on this side of the video so that you can see my totals without dinner. I did have a half a banana for a snack. That's 0 on Weight Watchers, and whatever the calories are, it'll be incorporated in. I think I have, as it stands now, with 1357 a day, I have like 400 something left, which would be for the, you know, for my to include my dinner and if anything else I eat. My reason of making this video now is because it's getting late and I'm not hungry, and I just don't feel like eating anything. Nothing is of interest to me. So what will I end up eating? It probably will include some sort of fish. I didn't make any eggs. I'm not really thinking I'm going to cook any eggs. It may be even just tuna fish with a salad. I don't really know. I did prep today. I'm very happy about that. I prepped brown rice, white rice, potatoes I already prepped yesterday, and I used my Weight Watchers little, it's the little mini dash rice cooker. I'm in love with that thing. I bought it in November and I just started using it the last week. So I'm really excited to make 2 servings of something for myself very easily. Easy cleanup, no big mess on the stove. And that's about all I want to make when it comes to anything, because it will end up getting wasted. If it's something that Jim isn't going to eat, like I made polenta today. I want to make polenta fries in the air fryer with some marinara sauce. So I made 2 servings, and that's just enough for me to have for a lunch or something. You know, no waste. And then I don't want to have like pounds and pounds of stuff that I'm going to end up being bored and not want to eat. You know, not my way of doing things. So that's where I stand right now. I'm thinking that I'm going to work off Dr. Gregor's daily 12 or 12 dailies, as he calls it. I do have that app in my phone. It's very simple. You just check off as you go down the list, and it's very unstressful to do that, to do what he's asking, to try to incorporate it into your day rather than to remove things. I don't see myself eating the way McDoogle eats, a half a plate of potatoes. First of all, it's a nightshade, and I cannot eat a lot of nightshade because I do get symptoms of gout. My joints get very painful, like there's acid or something in there. So that is not good for me. And I do enjoy the sweet potatoes within moderation, or I don't know, within, like, I could have that for my breakfast and probably for part of my lunch every day, but to eat potatoes 7 days a week, 3 times a day is not ever going to be me. That's a quick way for me to go off the deep end. But I still want to try and incorporate a lot more plant-based. So that is my long-term goal, and I think that Dr. Gregor does it through the path of least resistance by saying, "Hey guys," and he also doesn't advocate eating white potatoes all the time. I don't know. That's an ongoing thing between him and McDoogle, that they have this background kind of disagreement about that. So, but he does have sweet potatoes, which I much prefer to eat anyway. I do enjoy a potato, but not within reason, you know. So I'm thinking I'm going to call myself probably a pescatarian. I'd rather eat fish than have dairy. Honestly, I love my cheeses, but my cheeses are not loving me. I could make almond yogurt. I did watch a video. It's not hard to do if you have a pressure cooker. It really isn't. You use West soy, the one in the box, because it doesn't have ingredients that will kill the culture. You can buy the vegan culture on Amazon. It's really not a big deal to make, and I'm very up to making it. And then I can just add in my own stevia and whatever fruit and whatever I want in there. Because anything that is a vegan yogurt out there has sugar in it of some sort, and I don't want that. So, if I really want yogurt, I could either have a ready-made vegan yogurt that's got sugar in it and have it as a fix, or I can make the soy milk yogurt, or even I'm sure you can make almond milk yogurt. So let me see what else. You know, if I want vegan cheese here and there, I'll just get vegan cheese. You know, it's not a mortal sin. It's healthy, no, but neither is a lot of other stuff, right? I always say that. You know, no food police allowed. You have to be realistic. I believe we all have to be realistic. What are we willing to give up to be able to not go off that deep end? You know, going off that deep end is the worst thing in the world to do, because then it's really, really hard to climb back up the mountain after you've gone off that deep end. And I'm not interested in doing that, because that just puts me in a really bad place emotionally. And tell me if you identify with this. You go on these binge eating things, or overeating the wrong things kind of events, right? And then the next day, how do you feel when you wake up? You feel sick, probably as a dog. You're all inflamed, even more than what you may have been. And now you have to take a week or two to get that inflammation out of you, because your body's reacting. After you eat well and healthy for a while, you will feel much, much worse after you have even a day of just going off the deep end, of overeating crappy foods, I'll call it, okay? Because, you know, I don't look at cake as being a healthy food. I'm sorry. You might maybe make a healthier version. I don't know what that would even look like, but I'm talking about just, you know what I'm talking about. Let's just have some Twinkies and let's go to the gas station and buy these cookies. You know, I know that you've all been there and done that at least probably once in your life, right? I would venture to guess. So, in order to avoid that, we have to do some things. We have to make whatever we're doing livable for us, whatever that means. I don't care what plan you're doing, unless you're doing keto or HCG, okay? Those are the ones that require metabolic changes, physiological changes going on in your body that involve your hormones and lots of other things. You're going to be in ketosis if you're really doing keto, and that you can get knocked out of that with one lunch. Something in your lunch, like let's say a slice of bread, you can get kicked out, and then you got to start all over again. So, or it's tough to regroup. But in general, if you're following a healthy eating plan for yourself, whatever you've created, however you're going about it, and you do that for a while, and now you start to eat crap, you're going to pay dearly, digestively, and just overall physically. You're going to feel like garbage, and then your intestines are not going to be appreciating you, having put that crap in your mouth. And I'm going to just call it crap, because that's what it is. We all know what it is. So if you're hungry, eat something that's decent. If it's about hunger, right? Sorry, I keep on playing on my hair. It's annoying me. If you're talking about being hungry, that's a different story. If you're talking about looking to eat crap, which is what I do at night when my lizard brain or whatever prehistoric part of my brain, the brainstem, which basically knows enough to breathe and keep your heart beating, that's a totally different animal of a different sort. Because I tell you, I mentioned this to Joe and Wendy earlier. If you put a bowl of candy in front of me during the daytime, I won't even give it a second look. I'll be looking at it as that's not mine to eat. I won't desire to eat it. Unless I'm in stress mode. If I'm not, but again, I don't keep bowls of candy in my house because nighttime comes and then I become that monster comes out and takes over. I have no control and I'll sit there and eat till I'm sick. And I'll sit there and say, I don't even want this, but I'll still keep eating it. Same thing with a jar of peanut butter. I will work that jar of peanut butter every night until it's gone. And I'll be eating it and not even wanting it, but I'll still keep eating it. Because somewhere underneath that all, it is giving me some kind of level of comfort. It's not going to be a long-lasting one, I'll tell you that. It's going to last. I fall asleep. I get up the next day and I'm now awake and I'm me again. I'm the row that you see right now in front of you in this video, who knows better, who doesn't even have, I don't have a desire. I am so like robotic during the day. Boom, boom, boom. I don't even think about all these things. So if I could only bottle that formula that makes us all like I am every day, every single day throughout the day, unless I decide to have a day where I'm not going to be. I make a conscious decision to do that, though. It's got nothing to do with cravings or any other thing. I've decided that today is going to be an off day. If I could bottle that, I'd be a billionaire. And boy, would I save lots of lives, I bet, right? If we all could just bottle that. But unfortunately, I haven't had the epiphany of what that would entail. I really haven't. So I think that's basically it for now. This is where I stand with my eating. I'm still working on losing the weight. I'm not feeling badly because the reason the weight isn't going off is because I am not doing 100% what I should be. I own it. I'm not feeling badly about it because I know that I've done this so many times in my life. So many times. I know exactly what I need to do and how to do it. It is not a question of that. It is a matter of time. That's all it is. I'm still within my healthy weight zone for Weight Watchers. Okay, I can go to 143, although to me that is not a healthy weight zone. But at this point in my life, for my age, neither is 121. Hello. Where do they get these numbers from? I don't know. But my BMI is okay, according to any chart I look at. So I am far from unhealthy. It's just that I have certain standards for myself and how I want to conduct my life, my eating life, and I am not there. And that is what I am working toward. And I know if I continue doing that, as I hope that you all are going to continue doing that, that I'm going to be able to master that and stay there. I know I will. The big reason that I say this is because if you don't give up, you will get there. If you're serious about what you're doing and determined enough, and you stay determined enough, you'll get there. You're just going to have to do the zigzag thing and to get yourself there. That's the part that, as Wendy said very nicely earlier, there are things that you don't have control over. These variables that come into play in this journey that we have no control over are going to hinder us whether we like it or not. So we can either choose to embrace that and keep going, or we can give up. And giving up is not an option. Okay, people? Not for me and not for you. Don't want to hear that. You may stop. You may drown in your sorrows for a few days. These are things that happen to all of us at one time or another, I'm sure. But that's it. Then you pick yourself up and you keep on going. Okay? Because that's what you got to do. Because we all want to live as long as we can, and we want to be healthy while we are alive. We do not want to be in wheelchairs in nursing homes, or God only knows what, having body parts cut off because we're diabetics and we got an ulcer on a body part and they had to remove it. You know, like, we don't want to go blind from diabetes. We don't want to have strokes from having too much cholesterol and high blood pressure. We don't want to do any of that. Now, are things going to happen? Yeah, things are going to happen, but we want to feel that if something does come to us, that we're confident in that we've done the best we can to prevent something bad coming. And then whatever comes will come. We hope it doesn't. But at least we can look ourselves in the mirror and say, you know what, we're doing our best, and we're going to keep trying to do our best in spite of whatever. Because we know we'll feel good in the sense that we've done that. I would hate to feel like something bad happens to me and I have question marks. I don't want to have that. I don't. I just don't. And I hope that you will not put yourself in that position so that can happen. I hope that you'll work and continue to do what you need to try to do. Okay? So that's where I'm going to leave off with you. I'm not going to show you or tell you about any other food I'm eating today because it is late and I don't know what it's going to be. And if it's a disaster, I'll let you know next time I see you. I promise. I have no reason to hide that from you because that would make me a fake person. And I try as best I can to be a very real person. Because why not? What's the point of coming on here, right? So, in the meantime, I want to thank you very much for having watched this video. If you've stayed this long, please consider giving it a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. It is free, and I am not going to search you out if you subscribe to my channel. I'll never know if you left, okay? If you're worried about coming and going. It doesn't give me that info. It just tells me somebody left. It doesn't tell me who it is. And, you know, I don't get into your personal info because you joined my channel and subscribed. Then also hit this notifications bell so that you will know anytime I upload. That's really the reason for subscribing on your end, if you're interested in knowing when I upload. So, I wish you all well. I wish that you would take care of yourself. Do one thing if you can't do 10 things. Do 5 if you can't do 10. That would be better yet. And in the meantime, I'm going to send you hugs. Okay? And I'm going to look very forward to making another video soon, as soon as I can. There will be one other What I Eat in a Day, which is from this past week, coming out. Maybe tomorrow night. I've already put a video out today from Monday, the 12th, I think it was. As best I could with what I had already videoed and pictures that I took that I could make into a little video, giving you the info in pictures in a picture kind of thing. And yeah, so that's it for now. And I'll see you again soon. Finally figured out what I wanted to have for dinner. I am having 3 Weetabix biscuits, and that's 5 points on Weight Watchers, a half a cup of almond milk, which is 0 points as far as I calculated. And I have here some apple, Golden Delicious. I have some banana, some raspberries and blackberries, and I have sprinkled some cinnamon and some monk fruit over top. So this meal is about 343 calories, 5 Weight Watchers points, and I'm going to call it a day now. And thank you very much once again for watching.